The topic of my class today is Rain on the Roof. It is a beautiful poem composed by Coates Skinny. In this lesson, I'm first going to discuss the theme of the poem, followed by a line wise explanation, along with a discussion of all the poetic devices used. Let us understand the theme of the poem. Rain on the Roof expresses the wonders of nature and its extraordinary power to heal the mind, body, and soul of human beings. It focuses on the soothing effect and restorative power of rain. The musical sound of raindrops falling on the rooftop at night has the ability to awaken sweet memories and imaginative ideas in an otherwise busy mind. The poet is reminded of the way his mother used to bid him and his siblings a good night and put them to sleep. He connects his present with his past through the memories revived by the sound of showers falling on the roof. According to the poet, rain has therapeutic and healing powers. It forms lasting memories that are connected with sights, sound, fragrances, and our experience associated with it, especially those experiences that are connected with our loved ones. Rain not only refreshes and rejuvenates us, but also forces us to recollect and relive those memories. I am now going to make a line wise explanation of the poem. Lines 1 and 2. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry sphere, let us understand the meanings of some words and phrases. Humid means full of moisture. Humid shadows refer to dark clouds that are full of water. Shadows refers to the moisture laden clouds which cast a shadow on the earth. Hover means to move around something. Starry spheres refers to the sky at night time, which is full of stars. Explanation of line 1. When the sky is full of moisture laden clouds that are full of water and are about to bring rain. Line 2. They move around over the sky, which is full of stars, as it is the night time. They hide the stars from the view, because of which darkness envelops the whole world. Lines 3 and 4. And the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. Melancholy means sad. Melancholy darkness refers to the feeling of sadness due to the darkness created by clouds, blocking the light from the stars. Line 3. This darkness, created by the rain bearing heavy clouds that surround the atmosphere, makes the poet feel sad and reflective. The raindrops falling on the tiles of the roof seem to be like tears falling from the sky. Lines 5 and 6. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed. Bliss means great happiness or joy. A cottage chamber is a bedroom. When it rains, the poet wants to lie snugly in his cozy cottage with a soft pillow under his head. He experiences happiness when he hears the soft sound of the rain while relaxing on his bed. Lines 7 and 8. And lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Patter means sound of raindrops falling on the roof. While lying down, he wants to enjoy the rhythmic, soft music of the raindrops falling on the roof overhead. The warmth of his bed and the softness of the pillow, together with the melodious lullabies sung by nature, gives him a unique delight. Now let's understand the poetic devices used in stanza 1. Alliteration has been used in humid hover, starry spheres, press pillow, and lie listening. Onomatopoeia, patter, is the use of a sound word. It is the sound made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop. Personification, which means treating a non living thing as a living being. Darkness has been personified when the poet says that it is sad. Transferred epithet is the use of an adjective with a noun when it actually refers to another noun. In melancholy darkness, the darkness is not melancholy, but people are. Lines 9 and 10. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. Tinkle means short, light, ringing sound. Shingles are rectangular tiles used on roofs, and echo means repeated sound. The poet expresses his feelings when he hears the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his house. Every tinkling sound on the rectangular tiles of the roof resonates or echoes in his heart. Lines 11 and 12. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. Busy being refers to human beings. Here, the poet is referring to himself. The familiarity of this sound that he used to hear in his childhood makes him feel nostalgic. Due to this sound, he starts having thousands of sweet, fanciful dreams. Lines 13 and 14. And 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. Woof or weft means thread woven across the loom. He listens to the rhythmic beat of rain and revels in the recollection of 1,000 beautiful, sweet memories. He compares memories to thread. Just like thread is used to weave cloth on a loom, memories are used to weave fanciful imaginations. This thread of memories is abstract, hence it is referred to as air thread. Lines 15 and 16. As I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Patter means sound of raindrops falling on the roof. He adds that this sound of the rain falling on the roof creates many new and different dreams in his mind. He recollects many memories of the past when he listens to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Let us now understand the poetic devices used in stanza 2. Alliteration has been used in busy being, their thread, rain, roof. Onomatopoeia has been used in the words tinkle and patter, which express the sounds made by the raindrops. Personification. Recollections are personified as they are depicted as weaving cloth of dreams, making use of air threads. Hyperbole, which is an exaggerated statement used for the sake of emphasis, has been used in the phrase 1,000 recollections. Metaphor. Air threads interwove. Just like thread is used to weave cloth on a loom, delicate and flimsy memories weave fanciful imaginations in the poet's mind. Transferred epithet has been used in the phrase dreamy fancies. Fancies are not dreamy, it refers to the people who have dreams. Lines 17 and 18. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone. The poet introduces his mother in these lines. The rain awakens many memories of the past. Among these various memories, he now gets one about his mother. He is reminded of her just like she was in the past. She is still the same because she lives in his memories. Lines 19 and 20. To regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till dawn. Ere is an old poetic word for before. Dawn refers to daybreak. The poet recollects how his mother used to look at her dear children as she put them to sleep before she went to sleep in her own room. Due to her feelings of affection for them, she would let them sleep till late so that they could have sweet dreams. Lines 21 and 22. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain. List is an old poetic word for listen. Refrain is a repeated part of. The poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him as he listens to the refrain of this music made by the rain falling on the roof. He visualizes the affectionate look of his mother. Thus, the rain makes a bridge between his present and his past. Song or a poem. Here, it refers to the sound made by the rain. Lines 23 and 24, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. This song is created due to the sound made by the raindrops which are falling on the tiles of the rooftop of his room. The poet's mind and heart respond sensitively to the soft pattering sound of the rain falling on the roof. Poetic devices used in stanza 3. Alliteration is used in Memory My Mother and Darling Dreamers. Patter, which is the sound of raindrops falling on the shingles of the roof, is an onomatopoeia. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Rain definitely bears a subtle link with all aspects of life and serves as a powerful narrative tool in the poet's life. It adds a layer of depth and fullness to any situation related to the poet. It delivers an effective voice which communicates the emotions of the protagonist in a more poignant manner than mere words do. The poet seems to highlight the therapeutic value of rain. He is reminded of his deceased mother and immediately gets transported to a moment when she was alive and is able to relive it. The atmosphere conducive for such a recollection has been created by rain itself. If you learned from this video lesson, do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.